What is up, Copy Squad? It's your boy Kyle Milligan of KyleTheWriter.com, and today we're going to talk about sales letter formats. I'm going to be showing you some samples and stuff like that. So what I want to talk about comes from a question. The question was, how long does it take to write a sales letter? And I had other questions that are very similar, or kind of have like the same answer, which are like, what is your writing process? And I think what I'd like to do is just kind of give you like a sales letter format. I don't want to call it a template, but I want to kind of give you like a basic structure for a sales letter that I see is very common, and I think will guide you along the path. If you want to get a closer, like more in the weeds look, you can check out my book at KyleTheWriter.com/book. My book is called Take Their Money, and it will teach you how to speak the language of copywriting, because copywriting is a professional language. And once you master that language, you immerse yourself in it using the practices I tell you about in the book, you can go on to write very successful copy. The amount of money will vary on your dedication and skill level, but I was able to gross about 7.1 million in a year at Agora Financial using these same strategies. So they're effective. Let's go over the basic elements of what a promo will look like for you. Here's the big chunks. Chunk number one, headline. So number one's the headline. Headline's pretty obvious, right? But I'll tell you a couple little pieces of it. So you got, this is quote, quote, the headline, the $15 trillion gadget. And in the headline, you've got, this is called the eyebrow. This is called the deck copy. And then right here we begin the lead, okay? So the first thing you'll read is $15 trillion gadget. The second thing you'll read is 9 times more valuable. Insiders believe, down to 15 trillion. Then some readers their eyeballs will bounce back up to the top and read what's called the eyebrow, where it says America's #1 Silicon Valley insider reveals. So let's talk about a little bit of copy hack here. The $15 trillion gadget has a little bit of incongruity in there. And what that does is it kind of gets you thinking, okay, how is a gadget worth 15 trillion? And you don't consciously go, I wonder about this 15. It just kind of gives you like a weird curiosity spike that makes you wonder, what's the next line going to say? So this one tells you it's more valuable. So this is hype, right? And then it says insiders believe the world's fastest growing startup will use this tech. What tech? Okay, a little more curiosity there. To make a lot of people rich. I would like to be rich. As it dominates a secretive, there's some intrigue, tech revolution set to reach 15 trillion. So that's huge. So we've got new and big and only. So we got our big 4 emotions that I preach in my book and on the channel. New, easy, safe, and big. And the alter ego of new is only, exclusivity. So we've already got some secret information in here, so that goes to only. Now easy and anybody, those two are a little more difficult with this one because this is a prediction, this isn't a system. But safe and predictable, we'll go through that in the body copy. And then big and fast, okay? So we see the bigness, and that is 15 trillion. But one of the other things, okay, so another element of safety is credibility. So when you naturally read, you're going to see the big thing, the big new thing first, which is good. This is how you should do it. Your eyeballs are going to scroll down, come down here, and then you'll bounce back up here. So if you've watched one of my breakdowns, here, let's look at this really quick. This is the markup for We Snuck Through. So one of the things is very early. I got this from Clayton Makepeace. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is his first 4 steps on his 20-point bullet checklist. But yeah, one of the things you want to do early, grab the eyeballs, expand on your headline, establish credibility, and then bribe them to read it. Okay, so we grab them by the eyeballs, we expand upon the headline, and then the credibility actually comes up here, America's #1 Silicon Valley insider. But this is the natural progression that most eyeballs will follow. So it kind of almost goes in order if you look at it like that. Cool little copy, Jedi trick. So there's a little idea for you. So that's the headline. The next thing, the lead. So here's my lead. The lead opens with this one. See this little thing I'm holding in my hand? Pattern interrupt. Basically, this focuses attention, all right? So cool, you've got my interest here from the headline, moving into the lead. Okay, now you have my attention. What is that thing in your hand? Okay, you kind of squinting a little bit. Might not seem like much, but the tech inside this itty-bitty device is about to make a lot of people rich. Get right to it, right? You kind of, the lead, the purpose of the lead is to hype. Hype, hype, hype. Get them excited. Get them ready to go. Starting this incredible scramble, right? Big, big, big. Everybody's jumping in. What do they know that you don't? Why the mad dash? The point of the lead, which is part number 2 here, right? Headline, then you get into the lead, is to bring that hype. I've never seen anything like what is coming. So there's Amazon, here's how big this thing is. So basically we're just hyping up like the size and the scope of this. Okay, that factors into the big and fast. This is coming. Get ready. Quite possibly the fastest growing company ever. So we're just hyping. we're just hyping it up. It's a secret thing. Nobody knows about it. You got to act fast. Other people are getting rich. Okay, and then here's where the lead ends. How do I know that? Because I'm one of the insiders. I'm James Altucher. Okay, so this is what I call the guru credibility section. And the credibility section is where we're just basically going to be like, hey man, I am a credible source. You should listen to me. Here's me and all my Rolodex of really important people. Peter Thiel, Mark Cuban. All this kind of stuff is very important to establish that our man James Altucher here knows what he's talking about. He is a reputable resource who can help you make money because he knows very important people, and he has that kind of Rolodex that these people can help you get really important knowledge and information and perspective that can make you very rich. So again, this is where the lead will transition out of the lead and into what I call the credibility sections when you start introducing your guru. And you could say credibility section here if you want. It's almost kind of part of the credibility section. So let's just put cred section. Next part, body copy. Cred section is kind of part of the body copy. So we'll say, let's do body copy here, and this is going to be the only part of the body copy I'll establish. Like, this is almost non-negotiable. You need the credibility section. So that's how you know the body copy has begun. So throughout the entire body copy, from basically page 7 until we make our offer, and the offer comes, let's say the last 30% of the letter is the offer section. How about that? Okay, so for the body copy, all you're going to see is kind of over and over and over again, objection, claim, proof, benefit, objection, claim, proof, benefit. That's kind of how the whole body is going to go until you get to the point where they make the pitch for the offer. All right. So the offer kind of starts here is when he starts talking about, I'll reveal it in this pre-IPO prospectus. So this is kind of like your report, get them to get this report. And what we're really selling here is a newsletter, right? So I reveal the strategy in the pre-IPO prospectus, which is basically it reveals exactly what we've been talking about this whole sales letter. It reveals the secret knowledge. Okay, and then everything you need is in here. So now we're talking offer section. We're on page 17 of 26. So everything from here on is basically offer section. What we're trying to get them to do is sign up for our newsletter. We're not really selling the pre-IPO prospectus. As a matter of fact, we're giving it away for free. The best part is completely free. So now we're in what we call the offer section. Offer section, and that'll be, let's say, last 30% of letter. Approximately last 30% of letter. Okay, cool. And in this part, we're going to introduce the report, right? We're going to give them the thing that they want. We've been telling you about this secret place, this $15 trillion gadget, this $15 trillion opportunity. Now we're going to tell you how to get it in this report. Then we'll begin the offer. During the offer, you'll basically hype up and sell that report, and then we'll say, all you got to do to get this free report, you can get started today with your free pre-IPO prospectus. I publish a monthly income and opportunity research publication called the Altucher Report. All right, so basically this allows you the opportunity to get that report if you join his monthly research publication, the Altucher Report. That's going to be in your offer section there. Let's see. That's going to be it. And I guess one last thing, you could maybe call this the last part, call it a close, which is like the last couple. I'll say a couple more things real quick. Offer section. You need to kind of give them a couple things. In the offer section, you need to intro your report, intro that service, because what we're trying to do is we want them to get on the service. We want them to join our membership, not actually get the report. The report's kind of a bonus to lure them into the membership. Intro the report, intro that service, and then you also want to basically, you want to really hype up that credibility and offer them, like right here we do testimonials. Testimonials always come at the end. Don't jump on testimonials too early. You want to do that usually towards the end with the introduction of your service and report. You spend most of the letter just building up the hype about your idea and then proving and overcoming objections using the objection, claim, proof, benefit formula. Moving along. I go over all this stuff in way more depth in the book, Take Their Money, at kylethewriter.com/book. Then you also add bonuses. So bonuses in here. This is all very, very like template. This is like by the book kind of copywriting, because this is one of my earlier sales letters when I was just I just knew the basics. So here's the recap section. Guarantee goes in the offer section. Let me know. And then here's kind of the close, right? The close is like this last page where they're like, hurry, hurry, hurry. And you re-summarize like everything. You're like, hey, you got to get in now because we got scarcity, urgency, whatever that may be for your offer. Bam, bing, bang, boom. Okay, cool. Thanks so much for tuning in today, Copy Squad. I hope you found this very informative. Peace out, Copy Squad.